power rankings just dropped, and the entire community is in chaos. Emotions are running wild, friendships are crumbling, and accusations are flying faster than ever before. Week 7 was supposed to be just another update, but what unfolded has left fans speechless and the players themselves questioning everything. It all started when the new rankings hit social media late last night. Within minutes, group chats exploded. Screenshots, angry emojis, and cryptic tweets started circulating. "This is rigged," one player wrote. "I carried the team, and this is how they repay me." Another simply posted a broken heart emoji, leaving followers guessing who betrayed whom. But it didn't stop there. Behind the scenes, alliances were shattered. Longtime friends turned rivals, and one shocking confession from a top-ranked player changed everything. The drama has spilled out of the game and into real life, with families taking sides, fan bases going to war online, and a leaked private call that might just end someone's career. This isn't just about rankings anymore. It's about loyalty, power, and pride. Stay tuned, because what happened after those numbers dropped will have you questioning who's really running the show and who's just pretending to play nice. The moment the power rankings went live, it was like a digital explosion. Messages flooded every feed, fans started tagging their favorite players, and before anyone could even take a breath, chaos had already begun. It wasn't just the numbers that shocked everyone. It was who had risen and who had fallen. And right at the center of it all stood Jaden Cruz, the once golden boy of the competition, who had now been knocked down to the number 3 spot after weeks of dominating the board. "This has to be a joke," Jaden muttered during a live stream that was supposed to be casual, but quickly turned into one of the most talked about meltdowns of the season. His camera was on, his mic was hot, and his raw emotions spilled out for thousands to see. "I carried my squad. I didn't just show up, I led. And now I'm number 3? Nah, someone's playing games." His teammate and close friend Arya Santos tried to calm him down in the comments, typing, "It's not that deep, bro, just let it play out." But Jaden wasn't having it. "Easy for you to say," he fired back. "You're sitting at number 1 right now." The chat went silent for a second before erupting again. The audience caught that tone. Jealousy, bitterness, maybe even betrayal. It was the first crack in what fans once thought was an unbreakable bond. Within hours, fans started dissecting every word, every facial expression, every old clip of Jaden and Arya together. Some sided with Jaden, calling the rankings unfair. Others accused him of being petty. "He can't stand seeing a woman ahead of him," one viewer wrote on a fan forum. Classic ego collapse. Another user replied, "Nah, Arya's the one who sold him out. She's been planning this since week 4. The tension spilled beyond social media. During the official reaction stream, hosted by popular analyst Devin D. Malone, things took an unexpected turn. D started off the show smiling, saying, "This week's rankings are wild, but hey, that's what keeps it spicy." But when Jaden unexpectedly called into the live broadcast, everything changed. "You're really gonna sit there and say this makes sense?" Jaden's voice cracked through the speakers. "I've been carrying the game every week. Arya got lucky in 2 rounds and now everyone's calling her the best." Arya, who was also tuned in, joined the call seconds later. Her voice was calm but sharp. "Lucky? You think skill and strategy are luck, Jaden? Maybe you're mad because you finally met someone who can outplay you?" The chat exploded. Viewers spammed the screen with fire emojis, shocked faces, and the word drama in bold letters. D tried to mediate, but it was too late. The argument had already become the highlight of the week. After the stream ended, clips of the confrontation went viral. Fan-made edits showed Jaden's angry glare and Arya's defiant smirk on loop set to dramatic music. "The downfall of Jaden Cruz," one video title read. Another called it Arya's Revenge. Within 24 hours, both their names were trending worldwide. But behind the scenes, there was even more tension brewing. Their team's manager, Marcus Vega, had been receiving anonymous messages claiming that someone leaked confidential performance data to influence the rankings. The messages didn't say who, but they hinted that it was someone inside the team. Marcus called a private meeting at the studio the next morning. The atmosphere was thick with silence. Arya sat across from Jaden, arms crossed, eyes locked on the table. "Someone leaked data," Marcus began, his tone low and serious. "And I'm going to find out who." Jaden leaned back in his chair, exhaling loudly. "Sounds like something the top-ranked player might do," he said sarcastically. Arya shot him a look that could have cut glass. "You think I'd risk everything for a number?" She snapped. "Maybe you would, but not me." "Let's not turn this into another fight," Marcus interrupted. though his voice trembled slightly. Whoever did this didn't just mess with rankings, they messed with our reputation. Sponsors are already asking questions. The tension didn't ease. After the meeting, Jaden stormed out, followed by Aria's quiet but steady footsteps. Outside, paparazzi caught the two of them in what looked like a heated exchange near the parking lot. The photos showed Jaden pointing at Aria, her hands raised defensively. The internet went wild again, trying to read their lips, analyzing every frame. Later that night, Aria posted a cryptic message on her story. Truth always comes out. No names, no context, but fans didn't need much to connect the dots. Jaden, a few hours later, posted his own message. Funny how the guilty talk the loudest. The fan base divided into two camps, Team Jaden and Team Aria. Both sides began digging into old interviews, rewatching competitions, and even speculating about secret alliances. One fan claimed they found evidence of a hidden deal between Aria and the ranking committee. Another alleged that Jaden had sabotaged his own team's performance out of spite. None of it was proven, but in the world of online drama, proof didn't matter, belief did. Meanwhile, Marcus was struggling to keep control of the situation. Sponsors threatened to pull out unless the scandal was resolved. Production executives demanded transparency. Someone even leaked the audio of Marcus's private meeting to a gossip channel. Within hours, it had millions of views. In the clip, Jaden could be heard accusing Aria directly. "She's been scheming since week 3, he said. "Check her DMs, check her stats, it's all too perfect." Aria's calm but icy reply followed. "You're projecting, Jaden. You can't handle being second, so you'll destroy everyone to feel first again." The leak sent shockwaves through the fandom. "We knew it," some wrote, claiming the proof was in his tone. "She's manipulating him," others argued. Conspiracy threads multiplied overnight. Hashtags like Char's Team Aria, Justice for Jaden, and or Rankings Cam started trending simultaneously. But then came the twist no one saw coming. A whistleblower account posted screenshots suggesting that neither Aria nor Jaden was behind the data leak. The screenshots pointed to someone else entirely, Marcus, their manager. According to the post, Marcus had allegedly altered performance reports to make the rankings look more unpredictable, all to boost engagement and keep the show trending. Fans were stunned. "If this is true, it changes everything," one comment read. "They were just pawns." Another replied, "He played both of them, genius or monster." As the rumors grew, Marcus stayed silent. Neither Jaden nor Aria responded publicly, but sources close to the production claimed they stopped speaking altogether. Even during practice sessions, they sat on opposite sides of the room, communicating only through intermediaries. Tension reached its peak during the following episode's filming. The cameras were rolling, the audience was live, and everyone knew the drama wasn't over. When Jaden and Aria walked onto the stage, the air felt electric. The host tried to lighten the mood, joking about competitive tension, but the smiles didn't reach their eyes. Jaden's mic picked up a quiet mutter as they stood side by side. "You shouldn't even be here," he whispered. Aria didn't look at him, but her jaw tightened. "Funny," she whispered back. "That's exactly what I was thinking about you." And as the lights dimmed for the next segment, the tension between them was no longer just competition. It was personal, emotional, and about to spiral completely out of control. The moment the stage lights faded after that tense broadcast, chaos erupted backstage. Crew members whispered nervously. Producers exchanged worried looks, and Jaden stormed off set before the final applause even ended. Aria followed minutes later, escorted by her assistant, her expression blank, but her eyes betraying the storm inside. No one said a word, but everyone could feel it. Something huge was about to break. Later that night, a behind-the-scenes staffer leaked a blurry video clip from the dressing room area. It showed Jaden pacing furiously while Marcus tried to calm him down. "I'm done," Jaden said, voice shaking. "I'm not playing this fake game anymore. You set me up, Marcus. Admit it." Marcus tried to deny it, but his hesitation only made things worse. "Jaden, calm down, you don't know the full story," he said, stepping forward. "Don't twist this. The full story?" Jaden snapped. "You think I don't see what's going on? The rankings, the leaks, the fake storylines. You're turning us into some kind of soap opera for clicks." The clip ended before anyone saw what happened next, but that was enough to send the fandom spiraling. "He exposed the whole show," one user wrote on a fan forum. "This isn't competition, it's manipulation." Others demanded the network release a statement. Within hours, to cancel Power Week trended worldwide. Aria, meanwhile, stayed silent, but her silence only fueled speculation. People wondered if she'd known about Marcus's alleged interference all along. Some claimed she was his secret favorite, citing her steady rise to the #1 spot. Old footage resurfaced of Marcus praising Aria's focus and discipline, clips that now seemed suspiciously rehearsed. When Aria finally broke her silence 2 days later, it wasn't through a press statement or interview. It was through a tearful live stream. Her eyes were swollen, her voice shaky. "I didn't leak anything," she said softly. "I didn't cheat. I didn't ask for special treatment. I worked for this, and now everyone thinks I'm part of some conspiracy." Her fans flooded the comments with support, sending heart emojis and words of encouragement. But not everyone believed her. One of the top comments read, "This feels rehearsed." Another said, "Crying on camera doesn't make you innocent." Across town, Jaden watched the live stream from his apartment. His phone buzzed nonstop, texts, calls, notifications, but he ignored them all. When Aria broke down crying, he sighed, rubbing his face. "She's good," he muttered to himself, half bitter, half sad. "Really good." His friend Eli, sitting on the couch nearby, shook his head. "Bro, maybe she's telling the truth," he said cautiously. Jaden looked up, his expression dark. Truth doesn't cry on cue. But later that night, another bombshell dropped. A recording surfaced of a private team meeting that happened weeks earlier before the ranking chaos began. In it, Marcus could be heard saying, "We need to make the show unpredictable. People stop watching when things get too stable." Someone, it wasn't clear who, asked if that meant adjusting results. Marcus laughed and said, "Let's just say sometimes a little chaos is good for business." The internet exploded. Everyone assumed the recording was the smoking gun. Fans demanded accountability, calling Marcus the puppet master and accusing the network of rigging results. But the network released a statement denying everything, claiming the audio was edited out of context. Still, the damage was done. Sponsors started pulling out, major influencers began boycotting the show, and the network's reputation was hanging by a thread. Insiders whispered that producers were considering canceling the rest of the season entirely. Then came the twist that no one, not even the most obsessive fan theorists, saw coming. A mysterious Twitter account named TruthDrop7 began posting cryptic messages late at night. The posts included unseen photos, snippets of chat logs, and coded hints about what really happened. One of the messages read, "It wasn't Marcus. It wasn't Aria. It wasn't Jaden. Look closer," and it was someone who never showed their face. The fandom went wild. Theories started flying. Some thought Truth Drops was a former producer. Others believed it was a hacker with inside knowledge. But the most popular theory claimed it was someone within the ranking committee itself. The very people responsible for calculating the weekly standings. One of the posts included a screenshot of an email allegedly sent from a committee member to Marcus. It read, "Boost engagement before Week 7 drop. Controversy equals clicks." The authenticity of the email couldn't be verified, but that didn't stop fans from treating it like gospel truth. In the middle of all this chaos, Jaden disappeared from social media completely. His accounts went dark, no posts, no comments. Some fans worried about him, while others accused him of hiding. One gossip outlet even claimed he'd checked into a private retreat to recover from public humiliation. Aria, on the other hand, began to rebuild her image. She posted training clips, motivational quotes, and photos with fans. Her comment sections were full of supportive messages, though there were still occasional jabs from skeptics. "Funny how she's suddenly the picture of innocence," one fan wrote. But then out of nowhere, Jaden reappeared, and with him came the biggest confrontation yet. He posted a dramatic teaser video titled "The Truth About Week 7. The thumbnail showed him sitting in front of a dark background, his expression intense. The caption read, "They lied to all of us." When the video dropped the next morning, it instantly broke the internet. Jaden revealed private messages between Marcus and an unknown producer discussing planned tension between him and Aria. In one message, Marcus wrote, "Let's push the rivalry narrative. They'll both benefit. Trust me." The revelation sent shockwaves across every platform. Fans were stunned. "So they were being played from the start," one viewer commented. "This wasn't drama, it was manipulation." Another wrote, "They used their real emotions for entertainment." Aria responded only hours later with a statement of her own. "If that's true," she wrote, "then we're all victims, even Jaden. But I can't forgive the way he turned on me before knowing the facts." Suddenly, the narrative shifted. People who had been fighting over Team Jaden versus Team Aria started realizing they were both being used. Sympathy poured in for both players, but it was too late to undo the damage. Their friendship? Once a highlight of the show was shattered. Still, the story wasn't over. Just as fans began processing the revelations, Truth Drop 7 posted again. This time it was a video, a grainy clip showing Marcus in a heated phone conversation. His voice was low but urgent. "I told you to delete that footage," he said. "If they find out what really happened behind the rankings, we're all done." The clip ended abruptly, but it was enough to ignite a new wave of outrage. The network scrambled to issue a statement, promising a full investigation, but few believed them. And while all this unfolded publicly, something private was happening behind closed doors. Jaden and Aria met face-to-face for the first time since the confrontation. The meeting was unplanned. They both showed up at the studio to retrieve personal items. When they saw each other, neither spoke for a long moment. Finally, Aria broke the silence. "So, was any of it ever real?" she asked softly. Jaden sighed, looking down. It was, until they turned it into a story. For a moment, the tension eased. But before Ida her could say more. Their phones buzzed simultaneously. A notification popped up. Exclusive statement from Marcus Vega scheduled for tonight at 8 p.m. The war wasn't over yet. In fact, it was about to reach its breaking point. When 8 o'clock finally came, the entire internet tuned in. Every fan page, every gossip channel, every livestream host waited for Marcus Vega to speak. The man who had been silent for days, accused of lies, manipulation, and betrayal, was finally going to tell his side of the story. And the tension was so thick you could almost hear it hum through the screen. The broadcast began with a shaky camera shot. Marcus sat at a simple desk in a dimly lit room wearing a plain hoodie, eyes tired and sunken. There was no makeup, no filters, no production polish, just raw exhaustion. After a long pause, he said quietly, "I need to set the record straight. Because too many people are getting hurt." He took a breath before continuing. "First off, the rankings weren't rigged. Not by me, not by anyone on my team. The chaos you're seeing, it's the result of too much pressure, too many egos, and a system that thrives on drama. But I didn't fake the numbers." The comments section exploded immediately. Thousands of viewers typed at once, accusing him of lying, demanding proof, begging for clarity. Marcus ignored the flood and kept talking. "But there's something else. Someone did manipulate things, not to make the show trend, but to settle a personal score." That single line sent shockwaves through the chat. Fans began spamming question marks and exclamation points. "Personal score? Who?" One viewer wrote. Marcus continued, "The Truth Drop 7 account? That's not some random hacker. That's someone who used to work with us. Someone who was fired weeks before the season began. They had access to private archives, old data, even test versions of the ranking algorithm. They've been leaking things out of context to make everyone look guilty." He didn't name names, but the way he hesitated before speaking made people suspicious. Who was this mystery ex-employee? And if what he said was true, then how deep did this web of deceit really go? Then Marcus dropped another bombshell. "And before you ask, yes, some of those messages between me and production were real, but they weren't about manipulating results. They were about story pacing. It's TV, not court. We wanted excitement, not lies. But I see now how far it's gone, and I take responsibility for that." The chat was divided. Some fans softened a little, saying he sounded sincere. Others said it was just another performance. But the real shock came in the final minute of the live stream, when Marcus's voice cracked slightly. "Jaden and Aria deserved better," he said. "They were caught in a game that none of us could control anymore." And then he ended the stream abruptly, leaving millions of viewers hanging. Within minutes, news outlets started dissecting his words, comparing timelines, analyzing his body language. Fans argued for hours online, some saying he'd redeemed himself, others claiming he was just deflecting blame. But amidst all the noise, one chilling detail started circulating, a rumor that Marcus wasn't telling the full truth. An anonymous insider reached out to a popular gossip vlogger named Lara Tate, claiming they had the missing piece, footage from a private strategy call that took place before the rankings were announced. According to the source, the video showed Marcus, 2 committee members, and a mysterious third person with their face hidden in shadow. The audio was muffled, but one phrase stood out: "Make sure the drop shocks everyone. That's how we win the week." The vlogger posted a teaser of the clip, promising a full release at midnight. Instantly, the internet lit up again. Every fan stayed awake, refreshing their screens, waiting for the reveal. Aria was at home when her phone started blowing up. She was sitting on the couch, scrolling absently when her assistant ran in. "Did you see this?" she said breathlessly, showing her the teaser clip. Arya's stomach dropped. "What is that?" she asked. "Apparently it's Marcus, and someone from the committee. But people think the third voice sounds like you." Arya froze. "What? That's impossible. I wasn't there. I didn't even know about that meeting." Her assistant nodded quickly. "I know, but listen to this part." She hit play, and sure enough, a faint female voice could be heard saying, "It's time to shake things up." It was muffled, distorted, but close enough that fans might start connecting it to Arya. "No," Arya whispered, panic rising in her chest. No, they're not doing this again." She grabbed her phone and called Marcus immediately. It rang 3 times before he picked up. "Arya, I can't talk right now," he said, voice hoarse. "What is this video, Marcus? Why does it sound like me?" There was a long silence. "It's not you," he said finally. "I swear, it's not you. But whoever leaked it wants everyone to think it is." "Then tell them," she cried. "Go live again, make a statement." "I can't," he said quietly. There's something bigger at play here. They're watching me." "Who's they, Marcus?" He didn't answer. The call cut off. Arya stared at her phone, trembling. She could feel the world closing in again. The same storm of rumors, betrayal, and confusion. She thought she had escaped. Within minutes, the video dropped. The full footage was messy and grainy, but fans didn't care. They slowed it down, filtered the audio, and convinced themselves it really was Arya's voice. "She's caught red-handed," one fan tweeted. That tone, that phrasing, that's her. The hashtag #JarkAryaGate started trending instantly. Jaden saw the clip too. He sat in his car outside the studio, phone in hand, heart racing. He didn't know what to believe anymore. Part of him wanted to defend her, to say that wasn't her voice, that she was being set up. But the other part, the part still raw from weeks of betrayal, whispered that maybe she'd been lying all along. He opened his camera app, ready to record a response, but stopped himself. His reflection stared back at him. Tired eyes, messy hair, the weight of too many sleepless nights. "Not yet," he muttered. "Not until I know." As the world tore Arya apart online, a new leak dropped out of nowhere. A text conversation between 2 ranking officials. One message read, "If she keeps denying it, leak the second tape." Fans were stunned. There was a second tape? The chaos hit a fever pitch. Networks, sponsors, and even rival shows began commenting on the situation. Talk shows called it the biggest scandal in competitive entertainment history. Memes flooded every corner of the internet. And yet, in the middle of it all, one question remained unanswered. Who was behind Truth Drop? And why were they trying to destroy everyone involved? Then, in the early hours of the morning, Jaden received an email from an unknown address. The subject line read, "If you want the real story, meet me at Pier 19, midnight." Attached was a single audio file labeled proof.mp3. Jaden hesitated before pressing play. The recording was scratchy, but he recognized the voice immediately. It was Marcus, speaking to someone he didn't recognize. "Once this airs," Marcus said, "they'll turn on each other. That's how we keep control. They'll be too busy fighting to see who's really running things." Jaden's blood ran cold. He replayed it twice just to make sure he wasn't imagining it. Marcus had planned everything. The rivalry, the confusion, the leaks, all of it. But what did "they'll be too busy fighting to see who's really running things" mean? Who was the "we" Marcus mentioned? With the clock ticking toward midnight, Jaden made a decision. He grabbed his jacket, his phone, and the flash drive containing the audio file and drove toward the pier. He didn't know who sent the message or what awaited him there, only that the truth was finally within reach. Meanwhile, Arya sat alone in her apartment, scrolling through endless hate comments. Tears streamed down her face as she read accusations that she'd betrayed everyone for fame. Her phone buzzed again, a message from an unknown number. It said only one thing. "If you want to clear your name, go to Pier 19, bring no one." And somewhere out there, as the fog rolled across the dark waters, both of them drove toward the same place, unaware that the final act of their story was about to unfold. And that by sunrise, nothing about the power rankings, the show, or their lives would ever be the same again. The night air at Pier 19 was heavy with mist, the kind that clung to your skin and made every sound feel closer than it was. Jaden parked his car near the old warehouse, headlights cutting through the fog for just a second before he switched them off. The pier was deserted, silent except for the soft slap of waves against wood and the distant hum of the city. He stepped out slowly, clutching the flash drive in his hand, scanning the shadows for movement. He wasn't sure what he expected. Maybe a hooded figure, maybe Marcus himself. What he didn't expect was Arya's car pulling up only moments later. She stepped out, eyes wide when she saw him. "You got the same message," she said quietly. Jaden nodded, voice low. "Yeah, said to meet here at midnight." For a moment, they just stared at each other, the weight of everything that had happened between them hanging in the cold air. Months of tension, betrayal, and confusion boiled just beneath the surface. Finally, Arya broke the silence. "I didn't do it, Jaden. That voice on the recording? It wasn't me." Jaden looked at her, his expression unreadable. "I want to believe you," he said softly, "but I don't even know what's real anymore." Before she could respond, a faint creak echoed from the warehouse behind them. Both turned sharply toward the sound. A shadow moved near the entrance, slow, deliberate. Arya tensed. "Someone's in there!" Jaden's grip on the flash drive tightened. "Then let's find out who." They pushed open the door, the rusty hinges groaning. Inside, the air smelled of dust and salt. Faint light flickered from a single laptop set up on a crate in the middle of the room. On the screen was a video feed, a live call already in progress. The familiar face of Marcus appeared, his expression grim. "You shouldn't have come here," Marcus said. His voice was steady but cold, like he'd been expecting them. "You sent the messages?" Jaden accused. "You lured us here." Marcus shook his head slowly. "Not me, but I knew you would. Someone else wanted you both here tonight." Arya stepped forward, anger and fear mixing in her voice. "Enough with the games, Marcus. What is this? What's going on?" "It's bigger than me," he said. "Bigger than any of us. The rankings, the leaks, the scandals, all of it was orchestrated by the network board. They wanted chaos. They wanted attention. They fed me false data and told me to manage the fallout. I tried to contain it, but once the leaks started, there was no stopping it." Jaden frowned, disbelief flickering across his face. "You're saying the network did all this? For ratings?" "Not just ratings," Marcus said. "Control. They needed controversy to keep the numbers high. They played all of us, you, Arya, even me. Truth Drop 7? That's one of them. It's an internal account. They've been leaking from inside to make the drama look organic." Arya shook her head, taking a step back. No, that doesn't make sense. Why would they destroy their own show?" Marcus gave a hollow laugh. "Because chaos sells." The scandal doubled engagement. Ad revenue skyrocketed. And every time you cried or fought or walked off camera, they got exactly what they wanted. Before they could respond, the laptop screen flickered. Marcus's image glitched, then froze completely. A new voice filled the air. Distorted, mechanical. "You've gone far enough," the voice said. "This story ends tonight." The laptop shut off. The warehouse lights flickered once, twice, then went dark. Arya gasped, clutching Jaden's arm. Footsteps echoed behind them. Slow, deliberate, getting closer. Jaden turned, trying to see through the darkness. "Who's there?" he shouted. No answer. Only the creak of floorboards and the soft tap of shoes against concrete. Then, from the shadows, a figure stepped into the faint light from the doorway. It was Lara Tate, the gossip vlogger who'd been posting leaks for weeks. Arya's eyes widened. "You?" Lara smirked faintly. "Didn't expect me, huh?" Jaden took a step forward. "Your Truth Drop 7. Bingo," she said. "But don't look so surprised. Someone had to make the truth entertaining." "You've been lying to everyone," Arya said, voice trembling. "You ruined lives for views," Lara shrugged casually. "No, I exposed lies for clicks. Big difference. And by the way, your tears on that stream? They were the best content I've ever had." Jaden's jaw tightened. "So all those leaks, all the chaos, that was you?" "Not all of it," she said. "Some of it was handed to me. The board wanted drama. I gave them fireworks. They fed me half-truths and I turned them into headlines. We all got what we wanted, until you two stopped playing along." Arya stepped closer, fury replacing fear. "You think this is a game?" Lara's smirk faded. "It was. Until people started threatening me to keep quiet. The network didn't like how much control I had. They told me to disappear, or they'd make sure I did." Before anyone could react, headlights flashed through the warehouse windows, several black vans pulling up outside. Lara's face went pale. "They found me," she whispered. "They're here." Jaden looked toward the door. "Oh, who's here?" And looked toward the door. "Oh, who's here?" The network's cleanup team, Lara said quickly. They can't let this get out. She handed Jayden a small flash drive from her pocket. This has everything: uncut footage, unedited rankings, proof of manipulation. If you want to expose them, this is your shot. The sound of car doors slamming echoed outside. Arya grabbed Jayden's arm. We have to go. Now. They ran through a side exit just as footsteps thundered into the main room. Voices shouted, orders barked. The trio ducked behind crates, hearts pounding. Through the gaps, they could see dark-suited figures sweeping the warehouse, searching. Lara whispered, "Go. Get the drive out. If they catch me, they'll wipe everything." Jayden shook his head. "We're not leaving you. You have to," she said firmly. "They won't stop until this story's buried. Make it count." Before they could argue, one of the agents spotted movement. "Over here!" he shouted. Bright flashlights cut through the darkness. Arya grabbed Jayden's hand, pulling him toward the exit. They sprinted down the dock, the sound of boots behind them growing louder. When they reached the end of the pier, Jayden turned, seeing Lara facing the agents alone. She raised her hands, yelling, "The truth's already out!" Before they surrounded her, a sharp crack echoed. Maybe a door slamming, maybe something worse. And then silence. Arya and Jayden didn't look back. They dove into the water, the cold shocking their systems, pulling them under. The flash drive clutched tightly in Jayden's hand was the only thing that mattered now. They surfaced farther down, gasping, shivering, but alive. They climbed onto the rocks near the shore, collapsing side by side. For a moment, neither spoke, just the sound of water and their ragged breaths. Finally, Arya whispered, "What now?" Jayden looked at the small device in his hand. "Now we end this." Over the next 24 hours, everything changed. With the help of a few trusted friends, they leaked the contents of the flash drive online. It contained everything: unedited meeting recordings, ranking data, secret board memos, and proof that the network had manipulated scores and storylines for profit. It even revealed that Marcus's confessions were scripted under pressure. The internet exploded like never before. Fans who once fought each other united under one banner, demanding justice. Hashtags like "End the Rigged Show" and "Truth Over Ratings" trended for days. Within hours, the network's executives resigned, advertisers withdrew, and the show was officially suspended pending investigation. But amid the chaos, one question remained. What happened to Lara Tate? She had vanished after that night. No one could find her, no official reports, nothing. Some said she escaped. Others believed the network silenced her. Weeks later, Jayden and Arya appeared together in a joint livestream. For the first time, they looked at peace. "We were played against each other," Arya said softly. "But we're done being pawns." Jayden nodded, glancing at her with a faint smile. "The rankings don't matter anymore. The truth does." Millions watched in silence. Some cried. Some cheered. And though they had lost their careers, their reputations, and almost their sanity, they had finally won something real: freedom. As the stream ended, the camera lingered on their faces, tired but united. And somewhere out there, in the endless hum of the internet, a new post appeared from an anonymous account. It read simply, "This isn't over. Season 2 coming soon." The world froze again, hearts racing, wondering. Was it another manipulation or the start of a brand new game? The screen went black, and just like that, the Week 7 Power Rankings saga ends. Or maybe it doesn't. Because if there's one thing this show has taught us, it's that nothing ever really ends when there's still a secret left to uncover. Jayden and Arya might have exposed the network, but questions remain. What happened to Lara Tate after that night on the pier? Did she escape? Or was she silenced before she could reveal even more? And what about that final message? Season 2 coming soon. Was it just a bluff? Or are the same people already planning their next move behind the scenes? Fans are still debating every detail, replaying every clip, searching for hidden clues. Some swear they've seen coded messages in the background of old footage. Others claim there's a new account dropping cryptic teasers that could connect everything. No one really knows what's true anymore, and maybe that's exactly how they want it. Because in this world of power, fame, and deception, the line between reality and performance is thinner than ever. So what do you think? Was this all a setup from the start? Did Jayden and Arya really win? Or are they still part of the game without even knowing it? Drop your theories in the comments right now. We're reading all of them. And if you're as hooked on the drama as we are, make sure you hit like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next twist. Because trust me, if there's one thing we've learned from week 7, it's that the truth always comes back. But never the way you expect. Never the way you expect.